Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Not Another Mom podcast. It's time to take that mom hat off because this is after hours and I'm making you off the clock. This podcast is here to help you know your worth because damn girl, you're a goddess who deserves to live the life of your dreams. I'm your host, Leslie Sprague, and we talk everything from manifesting to motherhood. Yes, those little monkeys will still creep in here or there. Spirituality to girl talk with your besties, and from business to finding that balance in life. I'm here to remind you that you are worth it. Life gets to be easy for you, and your dreams really can come true. So grab your favorite glass of wine, craft beer, or if you're a whiskey and diet kind of girl, grab that and let's get this show on the road. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Not Just Another Mom podcast. I am your host, Leslie, and I am so grateful that you are here with me this week. So I want to get real with you guys a little bit here. Personally, quite often, I talk about how to move through your stuff. And personally, right now, I am feeling stuck. I am feeling in a funk. Earlier this week, I had something trigger me that logically I understood. Logically, I understood. It made complete and total sense. Emotionally, it stuck, it stirred up all these emotions, and I'm still kind of feeling like there's a dark cloud hanging around. So I wanted to work through this with you guys. I've looked at, okay, what is going on? I've tried doing some journaling and I just feel a big block. So what I think I need to do, and if you are listening to this podcast episode, you are here for a reason. You are here because there is something similar going on with you as well. And I am personally tired of the bullshit excuses that I give myself. I am ready to fully embrace and step into my higher level self, because no matter where we are in our journey, we're always evolving into our higher level self. And I am just so ready to you know what? There probably is never going to be a time when we're going to stop giving ourselves excuses. But the level that I'm playing at now, I am feeling so over it, and I am ready for this transformation. So part of what's coming up for me is the resistance to stepping into that next level. And I can feel it showing up for me in so many different ways. I have a little bit of anger lingering. This has even been going on. I recently started 75 Hard, and this has I've seen the anger come up in when I started that a couple weeks ago. So I know this is part of me trying to stay where I am energetically, and so I'm ready to shift this. So we are going to shift this together. I am going to pull out the Oracle cards again today because you know what? Who better than to guide us to where we need to go than the universe? So and guys, I'm so excited. Yesterday, I just ordered my first ever tarot card deck. It is incredible. I think I told you guys about it on the episode last week, but don't worry. When it comes in, we will be doing a not a live, but like a podcast recording with this new deck. It is so vibey. Like, oh my God, it just feels amazing. And I am so freaking excited for it. So that being said, we are pulling this oracle card. We are setting the intention that we are ready to shift through this block. We are ready to let this energy go, and we are ready to move forward. I am ready to move. I'm ready to shake. And this energy that is like with me right now is like just kind of keeping me status quo. Like I feel like I could just sit on the couch all day, which is good too, but it's coming from a place of like, I'd rather stay small than a place of like, no, you need to rest. So I know this is part of my resistance. I know that I need to move through this. And if you are listening to this episode, you are here for a reason. I can't say that enough. There's something going on with you that you need to work through as well. So, okay. Let's see what the oracle cards have to say for this week. Okay, this is the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle card deck. It is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. And let's dive in here. So I always start, I'm going to shuffle the deck a couple times. It knows my intention that we're ready to shift through this blocks. I am ready for some big ahas, and I know you are too. Otherwise, you would not be here right now. Okay, so I've done my initial shuffle. I'm just going to put the deck in between the palms of my hands, place it at my heart center, and just infuse it with my intention, our intention. Okay. So the first card is, oh shit. I love it when they're like so bang on. The first card is, you are already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. How true is that, you guys? Like, how often do we sit here and overthink what we are doing? Just move. I've been caught in analysis paralysis, and okay, I want to dive in a little deeper and see what the author has to say in her guidebook. Let's see. Like I have to like flip through to find, they're not in alphabetical order, so. You are already doing it. How often do we do that to ourselves? We put ourselves, like, think that we don't have exactly what we want, but we're already there. Okay. It's coming. It's got to be here soon. Oh, I must have missed it. Damn it. This is the thing about like doing a live card draw and, oh, here it is. And like flipping through this book, like you guys are just like, okay, lady, what are you doing? Anyway, okay. You are already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Do not question things so much. You are on the right track, facing the right way. Stop overthinking it. It's happening. So it's already coming to us. And then the next sentence is, and you are closer than you think. You are exactly where you need to be. And things are moving at perfect speed. You guys, how many times do we want to like rush things along? That things can never come here soon enough. It is just, it's just humbling, like reading that and reminding myself to like, okay, just chill out, just breathe. Okay. And you know, when you're have kids, you're saying that to them all the time. Just calm down. Your energy that you're in right now, like Okay, anyway, do not rush it. And if you think of like when you're pregnant with your kids, if you rushed your pregnancy, first off, you can't. It comes on it, the baby comes on its own timeline. And you know that as you're raising them. But you can't rush it. And you can't rush a toddler either. But anyways, so don't rush it. Now is not the time to be impatient. Now is the time to walk steady. Walk steady in your beliefs, in your trust, trusting that you are on the right path. You're doing the right thing. It's just like the weather. Some days we have foggy days, and that's okay. We need to embrace those. There is no rush. What you are building is being built. What you have planted soon will blossom. With every new day, a new brick is being laid. You have come a long way. The foundations are steady. Now that all is needed is for you to trust and keep walking forward. Keep walking, guys. Don't stay stuck in this energy. It's very important, yes, to feel the energy and the feelings that you are feeling and express them. But it's not healthy to stay stuck in these like feelings. So you have to keep moving no matter what. If you thought that things should be moving faster, if a thought that things should be moving faster enters your head, that is just your ego comparing your rising to someone else. Let me finish. This is almost done, and then I'll go on my little rant here. Comparison is not your friend. Stay in your lane, water your own garden, and knowing that your time to bloom will come soon. How many times do we do that to ourselves? Compare to each other, and I think that speaks for itself. Okay, next card. Where are we going to go this week? Or not this week, with this next card. Okay. You. Okay. Oh, this is exciting. Okay. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. So whatever you are going through right now is breaking a ancestral pattern that has come down from your family from generations to generations. You are the catalyst that is rewriting the future for your future generations. Okay. All right. I want to dive in because I want to see what the book has to say a little bit more, because that's all that I have in my little download. Okay. So when I'm thinking like to my situation, like it's very interesting because immediately it's taking me to like the victim mentality. So you know how like, why is this happening to me? Why does this always like poor me? All that sort of, I don't know why I always go in that voice when I speak of the victim mentality, but I just do. And it's totally like I'm breaking that pattern for my ancestries. Like I'm taking responsibility for my actions and choices. And I know that what went on isn't personal, it's business. Okay. So this is like a first class glimpse into the insides of Leslie's brain and what goes on when I am processing. A lot of the times I like to talk out my processes, and it helps me to like figure things out. So you're welcome. You're a part of this with me. Thank you for helping me heal as well. Okay. Here is what the guidebook says. You are being called to heal your family line or free yourself from living the life of your ancestors. This could mean letting go of an old pattern of your maternal or parental line, healing trauma from the past that is not even yours, or observing old ways of being that no longer serve you. So this is so true for what I'm going through. I am healing trauma from the past, and I'm observing old ways of being that no longer serve me, which is why I feel the way I am right now, because it's a different vibration. And like by allowing myself to be in this sort of stuck, like foggy, not wanting to do anything energy, it's keeping me exactly where I don't want to be. It's keeping me in that comfort zone, because that's what our brains are wired to do. They're wired to keep us safe. And this is my, as I said earlier, resistance showing up for me. So how does that apply to you? Are you observing old ways of being that no longer serve you? If you're listening to this podcast, you are definitely on a journey for evolution. So chances are there's something that you got to look at a little bit more. We carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. 7 generations. We carry everybody's trauma. Are you kidding me? This is why family patterns can be the hardest to break. No kidding. No kidding. And especially like when you are living, like if you're close with your family and I've always kind of been like the black sheep. I tend to think a little differently than my family. But every now and again, you were raised by them, you love your family, and you get caught up in those thoughts. And it's only natural. It's totally understandable because a family bond is so strong. Okay. Often they are not even ours to begin with. That is so true. Okay. So when you are born, I want you to think of like a child's brain, your brain, when you were born from like 0 to 7. When you were born, you think of like your head, mind, whatever you want to call it, being like a half circle. Okay. So just imagine it like being I can't even think of the proper term of it right now, but just like a half circle. And on the inside is a sponge. This sponge is absorbing everything that your parents, the people who raised you, the people you grew up around are talking about. So if, for example, your mom always talked about like her weight and things like that, you absorbed those beliefs yourself. You absorbed their money beliefs yourself. When you are that young, you do not have you're forming your unconscious mind, and you do not have the choice at that time to accept or reject your thoughts. You just take everything in because you are going through so many milestones at that stage in life. So you just keep absorbing and absorbing. And don't get me wrong, like I have stressed so much about this, like with my own kids. And I am like, oh my God, I am just fucking my kids up because there are some patterns that I can see coming through me that I learned from my mom. And but at the same time, they chose this journey. Like you can never fuck up your kids because it's all part of their journey. They knew what they were getting into before they signed up. So anyway, sorry, I gotta pick my book up. Okay. So when you have these patterns, it says, but we do not know another way of being, and we continue to play out the drama. You don't know how to act any differently, so you keep playing. And the thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person, but your own healing can cause another person to choose to heal. Energy is freed up. And it's the same when you work on forgiveness. When you work on forgiveness, it has absolutely nothing to do with the other person. It is all to do with what you are holding inside of you. Your forgiveness, if you think of back to a time when somebody wronged you, and every time you think of that person, for example, you go back to that same anger and sadness that you were feeling at the time. You're not letting it go. You're not freeing up that space. So it's taking that anger you're holding is staying stuck in your body. Okay, you are being guided now to look at your life. Okay, listen to this. You are being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want it to be. You have the choice. What ways of being or patterns are you ready to free yourself from? What part of your future do you want to rewrite? Now is the time to shake them off and dream a new future into being. I'm just going to let that hang out there for a second because those were some big questions. You have the choice to create your future. And when you become aware of that, and when you remember that you have the choice to choose differently, it begins to be incredible. Okay. Last card for the draw. Okay. The last card. Okay. So this is like the most empowering oracle reading I think ever, because the next one is called Trust Your Path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So if you knew that you would be supported no matter what you did in your life, that you couldn't fuck this up even if you motherfucking tried, what would you do? And again, you got to just those are some heavy hitters. This is like a heavy, but this is why you came to this podcast. This is why I'm recording this podcast, because we wanted that shift. We want that transformation. So, okay, let me see what the book has to say. Trust your path. The universe is co-conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but simply keep facing your true north and take one step after another. If you do this, you cannot go wrong. This is why I say, even when you are feeling stuck, go for a walk. And I think I have, for me personally, I have been walking, and that has probably helped me to shift out a little bit. But I've been putting so much pressure on this situation this week that like I keep bringing it back. So keep moving forward. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people do not follow the highest call of their soul because they are waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. How many times have you done that? I know I have done it like so many times. If you take one baby step each day, within a year, you will have taken 365 steps in your dedicated direction. And yeah, things are not going to work out the way you are planning. But if you have a little faith, keep showing up. They will work out even better than you could possibly imagine. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. So guys, I hope that this card reading has helped you to get some clarity and to help you become a little bit more unstuck in where you are at this moment. I know it has helped me immensely. And if there's anything, like, grab your journal that you think you want to explore further, grab your journal, start writing, start going. And this is like a little bit of a glimpse into how I process my emotions, because quite often, like, I'm talking in the terms of the coach, right? And you don't get to like experience what it is like in real time. We are all human. We all experience these things, and no matter what level you are at, you can still get stuck. Things will still trigger you and trip you up, and it's how you choose to go about those and move through those that's where the transformation happens. And you are capable of creating transformational magic for yourself as well. Thank you so much for joining me this week, guys, and I will see you, hear you, connect with you, because I can't see you or hear you on this end of the podcast. But I will connect with you guys again next week. Thank you again so much for tuning in, and until next time. Thank you so much for listening. If you love this episode, will you do me a favor and help spread the love? Go ahead and leave a 5-star review and share this episode on your Insta stories. If we aren't yet connected on Instagram, come follow me at Leslie & Co XO. And since everybody spells my name wrong, that's Lesley & Co XO. And leave me a line and say hi. Have an amazing day, beautiful, and we'll catch you next week.